Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. And today from Happywell, we are featuring the Transform Robotjet, the GS11. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Happywell, they make like knockoff Transformer toys. They've been doing this for years, for like the longest time. One of their popular knockoffs is it's kind of like the Transformers Jetfire Robotech Macross VF1S Valkyrie, which we're looking at right here. So if you're a child of the 80s and if you grew up on Transformers, this is essentially a knockoff of Jetfire right here. But if you're an anime fan, you might be more familiar with the the Macross Valkyrie, the VF1S, that belonged to Roy Fokker, or Ikaru Ichigo, or Rick Hunter, depending on what you grew up on watching. So we have the Xbox, or the Xbot Robotics program. These toys are so wacky, it's weird. The box is kind of too big to fit underneath my camera. It has three modes. It could transform into the Jet, the Defender mode, or as the Gear Walk mode, as Macross fans might know it as. And then there's of course the Batroid, or the robot right there. So yeah, 3 different alt modes, or 1 robot mode and 2 alt modes. So yeah, it's an interesting toy. I found this on Amazon, surprisingly, and it was one of those weird deals where there was a lot in stock. And I think one of my local Amazon warehouses must have had it, because it shipped I got this I ordered it Saturday night and got it Sunday morning. So, and they had 35 of these in stock. So I guess this is something that might be kind of plentiful. Reading the reviews, this is something that if you're a Transformer fan and you don't have Jetfire, it's a nice affordable knockoff. If you're a Robotech or Macross fan, again, it's a nice affordable knockoff. So let's get started. I have a couple of these in my collection, and they're kind of different too. They're not the same one as this. It's kind of interesting because they're still a knockoff of Jetfire, but a lot of the pieces were actually resculpted and retooled so that the presentation's actually different. All right, so if you're a fan of the original Jetfire toy, or any of the original die-cast imported Macross toys, this is something that'll bring a smile to your heart, and at the same time you might be kind of appalled because it's a knockoff. We have the weapon right here. It doesn't have the telescoping. The original toy, the viewfinder here, it kind of went up and down. This one doesn't. Surprisingly clean paint application for the lettering on the barrel. It's very cleanly printed, silver ink. The instructions here for the Xbot. So the other ones, the one I have is the Happywell's, I think it's the Galaxy Defender. Very basic instructions in black and white. Of course, it's a knockoff from Hong Kong. All these knockoffs are always from Hong Kong. So yeah, this kind of takes me back. If you grew up playing with the original Jetfire toy, this is almost the same thing. So what I was talking about earlier, some of the knockoffs, like the one I have, the sculpting's actually redone and retooled, so it's slightly different than the original Jetfire Macross Valkyrie mold. You'll notice that some of these newer details, like for the chest piece here, are actually new sculpted pieces, as are the vents. That's new. He's missing the heat shield that the original Macross toy had. Jetfire never had. Wait, did Jetfire have that? No, Jetfire did not have that, I think. The original Macross toys did. Clean printing for the logo here. If you have the Galaxy Defender, I think that's the same logo. The nose cone, again, new details sculpted on. It's different from Jetfire. The plastic material, it's also very different. It feels a little bit cheaper. And I think he's missing some of the springs also. And the pieces that were die cast, they're no longer die cast. Like the pieces here, if you had the original toy, you'll remember that the joint here was die cast metal. This one's plastic. In terms of articulation, at least for the robot mode, let's take a look at that. And then we'll get into the transformation. I might just go straight to jet mode. I might skip the gear walk defender mode. The head moves. The cannons move up and down like the original toy. The one thing I really appreciated about Jetfire as a kid, keep in mind this figure, the original figure came out maybe in 84 or 85, is that I love the fact that Jetfire was like super posable. He wasn't like most of the Transformers where once you transformed them into the robot mode, they couldn't really do anything outside of like moving their arms. You know, as a kid, I was kind of like taken back that, you know, his head could move, his arms could move, and they also could go outward. You know, his elbows could bend and swivel. You know, he had all this articulation in his legs, so he was very posable. You know, there weren't too many Transformer figures that could do all the stuff that Jetfire could do, and it was just kind of neat. So yeah, it's a very posable figure. And again, like I said earlier, you know, this is a knockoff. The plastic material feels very cheap. You know, it doesn't feel like as quality as, you know, an official Hasbro or, you know, product from back in the day. So let's get him transformed. His fists go inward. And I don't want... Oh my god, this might get stuck. Is this going to get stuck? I think it's stuck. Oh, dang it. Yeah, so I think this one is off the track. I don't think this one's right. I might have to fix this later, but I don't think it's... Yeah, his fist isn't fully assembled correctly. Or if it is, it's something wrong with this one. Well, like I said, this is a knockoff, so be aware the quality isn't the greatest. So you want to lift the wings outward. This folds back. These wings go up. The transformation is the same as the original Jetfire toy. So if you have the original toy, this is, you know, a walk in the park. The joints are kind of tight and stiff, which I can appreciate. That's nice. It feels, I don't want to say it feels completely cheap. Like, it feels quality for a knockoff, but at the same time, keep in mind it is a knockoff. So it's not going to be as well crafted as an official figure. So this piece is supposed to slide upward, but mine's kind of stuck. Won't go all the way. There we go. And I remember as a kid too, Jetfire had such a very awesome alt mode. The jet mode I thought it was so much more superior than the Seekers. Yeah, so there it is. There's the jet mode. The wings go outward. So for $35, it's not bad. You know, it's better than paying like, you know, $150 to $200 for the original. And then the gears, they're not, I don't think they're they're still spring-loaded too. That's nice. So the landing gears are spring-loaded like the original toy, but they're plastic. They're not die-cast. Yeah, so for $35, this thing's awesome. I might get another one just to repaint it. There is another variant. There's also the, I think, yellow and black variant where I got the red and black. So yeah, it's a great toy. I want to say it's affordable for $35. If you're a fan of Robotech, if you're a fan of Macross, if you want the old Jetfire toy back, you know, because your mom threw it away, you know, this is a nice proxy, I think. It'll definitely take you back. It's not the exact same figure, but I think once you have it in hand and you're transforming it, I think, you know, you'll feel your childhood coming back to you. So it's cool. I dig it. I am tempted to get another one just to repaint it, because I'm missing the Max in Miria Valkyries. I do have. Like years ago, I started hunting them down on eBay before the prices got too ridiculous and crazy. And then I think those are like the only two I'm missing from the original. Was it 155 scale? Is that right? All right, so yeah, I'm babbling and I'm trying to transform back into the robot mode to see how easy it is. But yeah, if you're a fan of the original Jetfire toy and you no longer have it, this is a nice, affordable option. It's cool. Handle it with care, because it does feel like if you got too crazy with it, you'd probably break something. And it's not as smooth as the original toy in terms of the transformation, but you know, for what you're getting, it's decent. You know, I'm very happy with this purchase. It's everything I expected and then some. So I do got to fix the one fist here. This one's kind of broken, so it's off the track. All right, so with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.